Hi, I'm Robin.
And I'm Bill.
Welcome to Not the Retirement Show, third journey series. Today we're chatting about the fact it's time to get going. So if you've been listening to this series up till now, we have been alluding to the fact over and over and over again that in retirement, you really have to kick your life into what I'm going to call high gear, which is going to sound entirely wrong. But here's what I mean by that. If you're going to thrive in later life, it's because you intentionally decide to do so. Nobody is making you do this. Nobody is saying you're retired now, you must get out of bed and accomplish. That was your working life. In retirement, now you are the one choosing to do these things for yourself so that you can enjoy life and have new experiences and have a fulfilling experience.
Yeah, I think the fact is that you don't have what you would traditionally call a boss, and you may have a partner who he or she perhaps tells you what to do every day, of course, and that may be classified as a boss.
Or potentially a Yorkshire Terrier who's very demanding. Come and walk me now.
Yeah, exactly. So, as you say, you're correct that it's your choice, it's your decision. You have to make up your own mind. You have to decide what to do today and tomorrow and next week, etc. It is self-inflicted punishment if you feel that it's self-inflicted, and if you feel that it's punishment. Only you can do that. Now, of course, you don't want to punish yourself. You want to enjoy your life. Therefore, you have to choose what to do with pleasure in your later years. It's entirely your call. Nobody's forcing you to do this or that. Nobody's even asking you sometimes to do this or that. Sometimes we talk about, you've led a life or a career of in business or something along those lines. You're very skilled at what you've been doing. Then all of a sudden, when you retire, nobody seems to want to ask you to do those sort of things. People say, well, I'm over the hill. No, you're not. You're not over the hill. You haven't even climbed up to the top yet. But it's your choice. You have to decide what you're going to be doing. You have to decide whether you like this or like that, or choose to do this or choose not to do this. Nobody's telling you what to do.
I love that you mentioned that over the hill expression, because that's where all the trouble starts, is that all the people before you, all the people around you are telling you, oh, you're over the hill now, you're over 60, it's all downhill from here. Wah, 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 wah. Well, conversely, you absolutely have the choice to look at this as an uphill experience. You think about it when you're setting out on a journey that you've planned, that you're excited about, that you're looking forward to. It seems easy. And even if it is a little bit difficult, you don't mind because you're doing it for the experience. It's all about your mindset.
Yeah, you have to, as I say, you have to make choices. Of course, you can make a choice to do nothing. Lie on the couch and watch movies all day. That's entirely up to you. I'm not sure that that's particularly good for your health, but so be it. It's your call. So you're right. It's an uphill. I wouldn't say it's an uphill struggle, but it's uphill because, as we have often said, retirement is the toughest gig that you'll ever have. It truly is a tough situation. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or doomsday or anything like that. I'm just saying it, I found it like that. It's a tough decision because when you were employed, somebody else was telling you where to go, when to go, what to do, do this, do that, do the next thing. You didn't have to think that much. Now, I don't say that flippantly or cheekily. I'm not trying to be smart by saying it that way. But there's a routine, there's a regimen that you follow, during the working years or during the working week. I mean, perhaps at the weekend you can do, more of your own thing, that you're not under the auspices or control of whatever you want to call it of someone else. But in the retirement years, by and large, there's nobody there. Nobody else is going to be telling you sort of thing. So you have to make it up yourself. You have to work it out yourself. You have to see it through. If you sort of get started and then give up, that's your decision. If you get started and keep going, or if you change direction, if you change course, if you go up a different hill, that's okay. But it's your decision. It's your call that you're making.
You know, I'm wondering if maybe what needs to happen here is we need to realize that we have to set rewards for ourselves, not just goals. Bill was talking about working, and whether you were employed by somebody else or whether you were your own boss, you were doing the work because you were going to be rewarded with, a paycheck, and you could use the paycheck to take care of your family, to buy a house, to buy a car, to go on trips. And when the going was tough at work, you would remind yourself, let's keep this job, let's meet this goal, this deadline, because at the end of the month, we are going to do X, or we're going to have X. In retirement, it's all well and good to talk about the goal setting. I want to learn Spanish. Okay, fantastic. But what's the reward? Well, okay, I'm going to learn Spanish, and then we're going to go on a trip to Mexico. Now, that might not be everybody's idea of a great goal and a great reward, but you get the idea. You need to establish a routine that is happy for you, with small rewards that are meaningful to you.
I like your point about the reward. I'll tell you a funny story, a true story, actually. A few days ago, I was down at our local supermarket getting some groceries, and as I was coming out, I sort of literally bumped into this old fella, older than me, I hasten to add, and I kind of loosely know the guy, sort of thing. So just as a normal kind of a thing, I said, "Hi, mate. How you doing?" And he said, "I'm still standing." And I thought, you know what? That's a great statement. I'm still standing. Yeah, I mean, mine is sort of, I'm here, because I think that's the reward. In his case, the reward was that he's still standing, that he's still able to go into the grocery store, etc. He's still able to do this or do that. He may not be able to do the things he did 20, 30, 40 years ago. He would be saying, who cares? I'm still standing. I really like that idea. I think the reward thing, and you're right, it doesn't necessarily have to be financial, it doesn't have to be money. It might just be applause, or it might just be praise, it might just be somebody saying, good for you, well done, that's great. That's a reward. And I think, as you go and seek rewards, and I don't think you necessarily go to seek rewards simply because you want to get reward or applause or whatever. I don't think you're doing it for that. But it's a nice little twist to the whole thing. So, good job, well done.
Different strokes for different folks. Yeah, the thing is to understand yourself, to know yourself, and to plan accordingly. Well, if you're still listening, we must have said something insightful or helpful. And don't forget, you can get our book, The Third Journey, on Amazon and follow along with this series. And we'll look forward to chatting with you again soon. Take care, everyone.